Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We are to believe when our intelligence community come with a report and a conclusion regarding an investigation, and we should not question that. For whatever reason, I think the reason is they are the good guys, and that's it. No more questions. What are you doing, baby doll? Now, when you have other intelligence services or security services talking about their investigation, if they somehow are bad dudes, then you should not believe anything. So I have here two articles, one coming from the Ukrainian side and the other one coming obviously from the Russians, who tell us, according to their investigation, the Russian investigation, who was behind the how should I put it, military blogger Tatarsky's assassination, terrorist attack, killing, explosion. Remember that one? If you remember, and I'm pretty sure you do, it was one woman, a young woman, I think in her 20s, that brought a little package to that meeting in that restaurant/bar and in St. Petersburg, and that in there was a little bust, exploded, and that's the story. I made one video on that, and I said, I am 100% certain, and that's not a genius statement, I'm pretty sure you thought the same way, it was not this 20-some-year-old lady who put together all that and timed it and all that, okay? I know more intelligent people, I don't know how intelligent she was, but her age did not express experience in such things. So I said this must have been the work of a very well-organized institution, if you know what I mean. Well, the Russian says yes, and guess who they point the finger at? And they also name the name, or one name, of the organizer. They say it was the Ukrainian Secret Services, or Security Services. So let's go with the Russian article first. And we have here from Sputnik, it is from today, 6 hours ago, FSB. Terrorist attack that killed Tatarsky, organized by Ukraine's special services and their agents, plural. On April 2nd, an explosion device went off in a St. Petersburg cafe, killing Russian military reporter Vladlen Tatarsky and injuring 33 people. 33 people. And killed only him. Russia's Federal Security Services, FSB, said that the terrorist attack in St. Petersburg cafe was organized by Special Services of Ukraine and their agents, plural obviously, and I'm quoting, the Russian Federation Security Bureau, together with the investigative committee and police authorities, established that the terrorist attack on April 2nd, 2023 in St. Petersburg, which killed military correspondent Vladlen Tatarsky and injured more than 50 other people was organized by the Ukrainian Special Services and their agents, including from among Russian opposition members hiding abroad. End quote, the FSB said. Daria Trepova, that was the person, the young woman, carried out the terrorist attack in St. Petersburg that killed military correspondent after calls from the leadership of the Anti-Corruption Foundation FBK for subversion, Russia's Federal Security Services said on Thursday. Let's quote here again. After the start of the special military operation, the leaders of the FBK, Leonid Volkov, so now we have a name here for these guys from the Anti-Corruption Foundation, FBK. The leaders of FBK, Leonid Volkov and Ivan Zdanov, have repeatedly stated the need to conduct subversive activities in Russia in order to change the constitutional order, and I'm quoting again inside, by any available means. As a result, on April 2nd, Daria Trepova committed the terrorist attack, end quote, the FSB said in a statement. The FSB has named the second direct participant in the preparation of the attack as a member of the Ukrainian subversive and terrorist group Ukrainian citizen Yuriy Denisov, who handed Trepova the explosive device via express delivery. Very interesting. So Yuriy Denisov, according to the Russians. Alright, so then we have on April 2nd, an unidentified explosive device had gone off in a cafe, tralala, and Tatarsky, also known as Maxim Fomin, has been killed and 33 people have been injured. Moscow Basmany District Court ruled that Daria Trepova, who has been charged with planning the terrorist attack, should be arrested for 2 months. Russia's National Anti-Terrorist Committee stated that the Special Services of Ukraine and the supporters of the Anti-Corruption Foundation planned the attack. So let's go to the Ukrainians. And Ukrainians from Ukrainska Pravda say that Russians blame, and I'm quoting, Ukrainian Secret Services, end quote, for blogger Tatarsky's murder. Name of agent revealed. And they go here, Ukrainian, so they say that this murder propagandist was organized by Ukrainian citizen Yuriy Denisov and the country's secret services. So you got this, and it says, the occupiers claim that Denisov arrived from Kiev via Latvia to Moscow Oblast in February. There he collected information about Tatarsky. The Russians claim that after the terrorist attack on 3rd of April, Denisov left Russia and transited through Armenia to Turkey. The FSB wants to put him on the international wanted list. The Russians also posted a photo of Denisov's documents as they accuse him of involvement in the murder. According to the posted photo, the man received his driver's license in Torez, now Chistiakove, Donetsk Oblast, which has been under occupation since 2014. Russian security forces also claim that Trepova committed the attack as a result of, I'm quoting, repeated calls by Anti-Corruption Foundation leader Volkov and Zdanov to subvert the country. So you have that, and that's according to the Russians. Now, obviously, a lot of people will say, well, you know how the Russians, I've been, you know how the Russians are. You can't trust anything, but hey, we are clean as a whistle. So what's going on? I met a lot of people that you start an intellectual conversation, or a philosophical intellectual conversation, factual conversation, historical, and so on. And at one point, they tell you, when you come with an argument, they counter that by saying, well, you can't trust that. Or, hey, that guy is a criminal. And when you ask, okay, like Elon Musk asked that BBC weasel, okay, give me an example. And they're going to give you an example like, come on, you know that guy, by his orders, his opponents were killed, right? Talking about, let's say, Putin. I say, okay, says who? Well, everybody knows. Well, can you give me an investigation that was conducted? You know how the investigations. How do you know? How do you know? I don't know. Do you know? If yes, please let me know how. And then the conversation usually stops like this. Come on. You know, we know. Everybody knows. No, not everybody knows. I'm not part of everybody, it seems like. Please let me know. So same when they tell you, well, the Russians, Putin is a dictator. Well, when you mention that he was democratically elected, well, you know those elections. Well, do you have any evidence? Everybody says that. Well, everybody, okay. Did they investigate? Did they find out? Oh, yeah, they did, okay. So everybody, but the elections in Germany are A-okay? Yeah, why? Everybody knows. I don't go by everybody knows. You know what I mean? So anyway, in this case, the Russians obviously, disclaimer, they all lie, and they all have interest, okay? But sometimes they tell the truth. They can't always lie, because they would be a idiotic thing. Sometimes you tell the truth, obviously, and it's just a proportion. So in this case, the Russians obviously will not say, well, it was Putin himself who did it, okay? Or Lavrov with Zakharova in a drinking night, they say, let's kill this guy or that guy or that guy. They didn't do that. It's not impossible, okay? Let's put it, it's not impossible. But as I go by possibility and probability, possibility is 100%. Probability, I would say less than 1%. The same thing with the Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 pipelines. You go by possibility and probabilities. What are the possibilities? Possibilities that all can do it. The Americans, the French, the Russians, the Denmark can do it, Sweden can do it, and so on. That's the possibility. They all can. Now the probability, one is above everybody, like that, towering, I would say. But anyway, doesn't mean that's just a main suspect. It's not necessary that that is the entity that did it. So, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.